Well, howdy, folks. Welcome to Wild West Wednesday. And, yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Wild West Wednesday. It's time for streaming. I need to think of a. Well, no, I don't. This is a fine intro. Hello to Rocky Johan and KCCCC90 in the chat. And anyone else who's in the chat. Feel free to say hello. I will say hello to you as well. So today, I am going to be fixing some bugs and issues and whatnot. So, my friend Edmundo, who you may remember from the chat, excellent intro. I wondered how long you'd keep that character up for. Was it even really a character? I don't know. Hello, Electric Dragon UK. So my friend Edmundo, who sometimes is in the chat as Edmunditor, he came to visit yesterday. He drove into town for the day. He stayed the night, and he left this morning. And he started. I offered to let him play the current build of Act 1 of Rosewater, which he did. So it was nice to watch someone else who was actually never played the game before playtest. And in watching him play the game, he gave me some feedback, and I noticed some things that were wrong. So I made a little list here, my little Rosewater assets and issues list. And so I'm going to be correcting those things on stream today. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Hello, Summerbee. Yay, Rosewater assets and issues. Wonderful, right? So I have a few art tweaks that I need to do, and a few code fixes that I need to do. So that's what I'm going to start off doing, and if I still have time left over after that, I guess I'll continue doing the background that I started last week. Also, Summer B has redeemed Show Off a Big Box Game, and we have a first-time chat from Louis Tay. Hello, hey, hello, I'm starting to do an adventure game. You are one of my inspirations. Oh, you are one of my inspirations for trying this. Thank you, that's very nice. I'm honored. Tell me more about your adventure game. What engine are you using? What's your plan? And Summer, tell me what box would you like to see? Would you like to see Sierra? Would you like to see LucasArts? Or would you like to see other? Oh, that's cool. Oh, there we go. We had a nice little. Here we go. I just got a selfie from Edmundo that we took yesterday in front of Edmundo and me and Jess and Dave in Prospect Park in front of the band shell that was in Unavowed. Anyway, Sierra, in honor of the new game announcement of the Williamses. Okay. Alright, sure. Let's find a nice Sierra game. Alright. Appropriates. The Williamses announced a new game. I guess that King's Quest 1 EGA, Quest for the Crown. So this is, I just realized that the back of this box looks a lot like the back of King's Quest 5, interestingly enough. Thank you, I'm going to use Visionaire Engine. I already did some tests with it. Currently I'm designing the backgrounds and characters. Cool, I'm not familiar with Visionaire myself, but I know a few people who have used Visionaire. So, for example, Jacob Janerka used it to make Paradigm, and from what I've heard, it doesn't require a ton of coding. So, King's Quest 1, so they knew what was coming. Well, actually, no. This is the EGA remake. So I don't have the original King's Quest. So the original would have just been King's Quest. So this was a remake. Quest 1, so at this point they already knew what had come, because this is SCI, so they were already up to probably 4 at this point. So, actually, now I think about it, the back of this box looks more like King's Quest 4 than King's Quest 5, but they were following a certain pattern. Anyway, I got this on eBay, because I did not have this originally, and So yeah, this is one of those eBay finds. So this comes on one. Oh, this comes on 3 discs, but as I mentioned, I got this on eBay, so there's a random Falcon disc in here from Spectrum Holobyte. It's a completely different game. I should probably put this in and see what it is, if I can still run it. It sounds like a flight sim or something. There's not a lot in this box. Besides the discs, there's also, let's see, the boring stuff first, which is the reference card for 3D animated adventure games. And that's fun. So then there's also the Win a Complete Sierra Dynamics game library, which I've already, well, I don't have an entire one, but I've certainly got a pretty full one. Please note that you need a config sys with files set to 15 or greater if you install this on your heart. If you can find a 3, I have one. I have a 3.5. I have a USB right here. I got a USB 3.5-inch floppy drive, so I could look at what's on this disk very easily. 100% enter that competition. Yes. So then there's 2 of these that say, please note if you're having trouble making backup copies, please do one of the following: 1 drive systems, 2 drive systems, and then wait, no, there's 3 of them. Why are there? They sent this in triplicate. And then of course the manual, which is embossed with King's Quest. Shutters and config sys and auto exec bat flashbacks. Yes. Also, it's colored. A long, long time ago, and unicorns still roam the forests and blah blah boring. And then here we have some of these illustrations are pretty funny. Like look at this dwarf thing. He's got a boomerang. He's got a giant head. That's fun. Oh wow, look at this. King Edward is like, and he's pointing straight at you. You are a jerk, he says. And then, what have we got? I feel like this illustration in particular has been in more than one King's Quest manual. It looks very familiar to me. And then, this is the standard. I remember this map. This is the standard adventure example map, which has like Hungry Pterodactyl and other stuff. So yeah, there we go. And that's what we've got. So that's King's Quest 1, Quest for the Crown, with all of the assorted manual things and other stuff inside. So thank you, Summer, for that redemption. Also, hello, Judith Butler's lover. Those are nice ink illustrations, yes. It's sort of a lost art having these nice manuals in games. I mean, there's not even boxes anymore, so it's definitely a lost art. Also, to show you that I'm not crazy, this is the back of King's Quest 1. And this is the back of King's Quest 5. See? So they do look very similar. They have the same sort of like looking out the window feel, and they've got the text, and they've got the same picture of Roberta, and they've got the features list and the screenshot. So design-wise, they're very similar. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get to what I was going to do, which is stream. Okay, let's open up my list again. That's my email. It's wrong. Okay, make the cage mannequin a different color. All right, so let's do that. Let me open up my PSDs. here and go to Clark's lab, interior main room. Alright, here we go. Okay, so basically what the thing here is that this mannequin inside this cage is too similar in color to the cage. So I can either make the mannequin a different color or I can make the cage a different color. And I think I'm actually leaning towards making the cage a different color because I want the mannequin to look like he's made of wood. But I also want the cage to... I mean, the mannequin's easy enough because he's separate. But this is also a separate layer. So, you know what? Let's make the cage... see if I can get away with just adjusting the hue first. I'd be more inclined to make the cage like a yellowish color to match the floor. There we go. Like a gold. That. Alright. So that's already one step done. And then the mannequin a little bit more high contrast. So he sticks out a little bit more. Darker. There we go. Okay, so that reads a lot better, I think. What software do you use for doing animations? I use Photoshop. Photoshop for both my backgrounds and my animations. Holy moly, this is looking beautiful. I don't think I'd tune into anything this late on yet. Oh, wait, really? Well, first of all, thank you, KCCC90. Second of all, yeah, this background has existed for quite some time already. I guess you haven't been around when I've been tweaking finished backgrounds. Maybe. Okay, so let me save two versions, which first of all is fix. It was way easier than I was expecting, actually. That. And then, of course, I want to... Oh, wait, no, hang on. There's two things I have to do here. First of all, I have to make the cage mannequin a different color. Second of all, I need to make this window here look more like a window because right now it looks like a chalkboard. I think the problem is it's too dark. I think it should be lighter. So these scratches kind of look like just chalk on a board. So I can also get away with just adjusting the contrast. I mean, I guess it needs to look more like a window rather than words. So instead of having these lines that are just like... Instead of having these lines that are just sort of vertical across, I'm going to make it look like a grimy window. So. Brush anytime. Those tend to get grimy. Although I don't want to make it look like it's broken glass. I'm used to seeing the initial stages of a scene, all major lines and wall textures. Right, gotcha. That makes sense. Actually, you know what? The easiest way to do this is to go to the internet, look up grimy glass window. Just There's basically just look. Pretty much just textured sideways, just like rips. Arcs as well. Print a little bit more visible. Kind of like a curvy thing. Slightly more like a window than a chalk. A better door than a window, as they. Tell me more about this intarnet. What? What intarnet is that? What intarnation? What intarnation is this? All right, so now that definitely looks. Actually, that kind of still looks like a chalkboard, but they're hard. It's a few like dots of dirt will help, maybe. So I feel like this back here could be a little bit more part of the background. It is part of the background, okay. About painting it in. Stuff happening in the back. You know what? Let's just... Close enough. Okay. Grimy window. Alright, now we save again. Now we actually save. 27, yes? 7. And now we save a version with all of the lighting. 2 versions of this. Door, and we don't need that. Okay. Alright, so now this. Turn all of this stuff off. You know what? Let me... Sanity here, which is... Now that I've learned how to do this... color coordinate. So I know that the layers that are the lighting layers are yellow. Also not one. I mean, they're already named, but go ahead and color coordinate. I don't have to look for the name. Colors. All right, very good. So let's go ahead and import that into... I don't want to look. Bye. Switches between 2. Good. Save. Grimy Windows. One of Tina Turner's less successful songs. This music is very emotional. Is it? I can't hear it. I have my headphones plugged in, so I can't hear the music. Okay, so there's one thing off the list. Actually, 2 things off the list. Make lab window more window-like. Okay. Alright, so there's only 2 more graphical things I need to do. One is easy, the other's not so easy. So let's do the easy one first. Go over here to water for office in lobby interior. Alright, and here is fix the lighting. Window shade that's over the door. That window shade that's over the door needs to have a transparency bit where the light is shining over it. Why do I have so many? Here we go. Okay, perfect. So then change this to overlay, or excuse me, soft light. Soft light, lower the opacity, bit of a Gaussian blur. Have this trace the border here. Shade is not quite so opaque. And the same thing happens with this light down here on the floor, which too many layers. Are you? Here you are. Okay. So this is an overlay. Thing, but less. So now that I know the blending and the opacity here, even better. Slightly there, but you can see that it's all right. That is better. Big K69er. Alright, War Kid, how you doing? I'm alright. How are you? Also, hello, Ambrosine0. Welcome. Okay, so that was an easy fix. Oh wait, no, hang on. I forgot to turn this back on. There we go. Light layer back on. Is oh, we go here. Place background with the background. Life is good. I am canny. Good to know. Good to know. I'll never be a Geordie. I will never, ever be a Geordie. And I certainly do not dream of being one because I know I can never be one. Okay, so my next task is a bit more difficult. My next task is making the signs look more like actual painted signs and not just like digital text that I made look like a sign, if that makes sense. Very difficult. So I'm gonna try my best, but I don't know that I'm going to succeed. Bear with me as I undertake. Get it? I undertake this effort. Rooney's not a fan of Newcastle Brown Ale. That is not true. I used to like Nuki Brown. That was my go-to beer for a while. And then I just decided I didn't like beer anymore. But I definitely started on that. Alright, so let's a little bit more weathering on this sign. Less like a 3D letter and more like painted letters. That's what made you not want it anymore. Harsh, but fair. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do here, saloon thing, rather than make the black of the letters black. I'm curious how you use Photoshop for animating. I suppose that you use different layers for each frame. Is it something like that? I'll show you. 1 second. So Photoshop has this handy animation window right here. So if you do, basically you put together animations by copying a bunch of images and pasting them into a single animation sequence, reel or whatever you want to call it. Here. So, for example, as easy as like front walk. Where is your front walk? Here. See, so there's 10 frames, and then you just cycle through them, and then you play them. There you go. She walks. So that's how you animate, and then you just export the frames. So, excuse me. No. So yeah, I mean, like, what do we got here? Companions. Backwalk, for example. Same thing here, right? So you got the little stompy bits. Yeah, well, this is CS2. This is a 15-year-old version of Photoshop. So as long as it's CS2 or later, you should have this in Photoshop. Yes, the swagger comes with the territory. He kind of looks like he's stomping cockroaches, doesn't he? I very much exaggerated the swagger because you don't see it as much when he's actually in motion, but when he's just kind of standing in place and you're seeing the animation this way, you see it a lot more than than normal. So anyway, yeah. Alright, so back to this. So one thing I was going to do, in addition to making the lines in between this a little darker, was I was going to change the color of the black of the text to slightly lighter. Thank you. Thank you. I rotoscope all my animations, so that's why they're a little bit more fluid than normal, I guess we could say. So, alright, so let me go ahead and ease this up a little bit by making this less black and more like brown. So it actually looks like someone painted it, but didn't just download a font from the internet, which is what I actually did do, so shh. So that's slightly better. I'm not going to bother with that one too much, but this is fine for me. Okay, so what have we got here? We got the doors, right? Alright, so save that. Save as saloon exterior. Now we got this one, which has a lot of signs, or lots of things. So I guess for this one, I mean, it's all sort of ingrained already. So I'm just gonna dirty it up slightly. By that I mean I'm just gonna do this so that it looks a little bit more worn. Not quite so pristine. Our little caduceus here is a little worn, which I guess is appropriate. You have to be careful with fonts over copyright. I generally tend to use fonts that are 100% free to use. So that's I err on the side of caution, and I just go, whenever I download a font, I always make sure to check off 100% free, or yeah, which is an easy way to avoid any copyright problems. When will you announce the actors you are using? I will announce the actors I am using once I have cast them. I have not yet done that. But I will be doing that soon, so you can bet that as soon as I have done that, I will be announcing it. Don't you worry. I'm very excited to cast and record this game. Of course, first I have to finish writing it, because there's no point casting actors if you don't have anything for them to say. A little bit more weathered, I suppose. Same here. Paint more faded than others, right? Do you have voices in your head for the characters that match actors you like? Sort of. I mean, I'm trying not to come in with biases and be like, well, this character has to sound exactly like this actor or else. No. Like, I definitely have a fantasy cast list of people that I'm going to reach out to, and if they say yes, great. If not, I'll have to find other people. But I'm open. I'm always open, because I mean, you know, sometimes you have an idea for what a character sounds like, and you hear an audition and an actor completely surprises you, and you're like, wait, no, this sounds so much better. So that I'm expecting that to happen. I kind of have general ideas for what I think the character should sound like, but I'm not like, no, this character has to sound exactly like this or else. It's always good to be flexible with those things. A realistic fantasy list and an unrealistic fantasy list. Well, I mean, yeah. I feel like most of the actors on my fantasy list I can realistically get to agree. I have like one or two that I'm like, yeah, right. I got a snowball's chance in hell. But I've also learned from this whole thing that you never know until you ask. So it's worth asking. And if they say no, that's fine. Not the end of the world. Ivy Dupler, Abe Goldfarb, and himself. Yeah, no. I'm part of the reason also that I'm going union is to use new people that I've never worked with before. I am bringing back 3 people that I worked with in Lamplight City, but that's it. And Abe Goldfarb is not one of them. Nor is Miranda. I mean, I love working with Miranda, but every now and then you have to, use different people. Change this. I would like to put myself forward as I was once in the background of an episode of Vera, if that helps. Did you have any lines? Or were you just background? I know there's a difference between principal and background and something else. I think that's it for my art stuff. Okay, yeah, that is it for my art stuff. So now we go into Adventure Game Studio and we figure out why certain things happen when they shouldn't, and vice versa. Nope, it was basically just my van passing a window. Oh, okay. You can have the role of. You want to play this guy back here? You can be this guy back here. He's just like randomly having an argument. Okay. He doesn't have any lines. It'll just be you in spirit. Okay. So my microphone's gonna cut out right now when I start this. So bear with me. It'll come back after a while, but it's weird. There. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so it's really weird because like the first time I run it, it cuts my mic, and then if I run it 2 more times, now I've discovered that it comes back. So I really don't understand what's happening here, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna speed run this a little bit because there's a bit here that happens. Sure that catching it. While also keeping this full screen for all of you to see. Got a double Rosewater on screen now. I should turn down so it doesn't interfere with what we're hearing in the background. Blah blah blah. Ooh. Very updated. Somewhat faster than it used to be back in the day. Got our new backgrounds that we're looking. Blah blah blah. Here's our inventory tutorial. This, children, is how you use inventory in this game. Very good. Alright, let's go upstairs. In. Eat. Bug. Lore. Oh boy, lore. Assignment, goodbye. I remember you. You were a lady who I know. Goodbye. Maybe I should do an alternate, just like speed run the game commentary. Talking crap. Alright. Fun. Cutscene. Oh, I should make a cutscene. Full cutscene. I'm going to do that. I would like to go upstairs, please. I'm the press. No? Okay, fine. Right. And now, we come to the bit that I want to test. Here we are. So what happens here is this. If I click past the dialogue too fast, she doesn't cross her arms. Her arms should be crossed right now. So if I say no, then she uncrosses her arms. So I want to know why it is that her arms are not crossing if I click through the dialogue. But first and foremost, let's set this to a cutscene. If Timobad. Before we do that, start cutscene. Start cutscene. Yep. Escape or right button. Way and cutscene. Okay. So the next thing is figuring out this thing. Why is it that when just do a find all harmony. Why is it that if you click through the dialogue real fast, she doesn't cross her arms? feel like there's gonna be at least hey, Harmony, was it? Normal from speech. Harley. Cross arms. The ether are you doing here? So is it because it's normal from speech that it's not doing? It just doesn't work. Cross arms. Normal from speech, cross arms. Cross arms. Demon Dragon has redeemed Hydrate and Posture Check. Thank you, Demon Dragon. Let's do a posture check. Sit up straight. And I will hydrate because I have not in a while. And I've been talking. Also, hello, Demon Dragon. Welcome. Okay. So I guess what's happening is the fact that she's... I wonder if it's because it's... Usually I do player emote. In this case, I've got Harbod emote. But let me do a test real quick. Just gonna be... Just change all these to player emote. And see if that has any... whatsoever. Alright, Mike's gonna cut out again, but I'm gonna do a quick test. Working again? There we go. Yeah, alright, so that obviously didn't work, changing it to player, so I'm just gonna I just changed it to normal instead of normal from speech. And let's see how the timing of this works, first of all. You again. Oh, hey, Harmony, was it? Harley. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so... let's do this again. Just make sure if I click through it real fast that it does. Okay, yeah, so that's fine. That fixes that bug. So all I have to do is just change it to normal instead of normal from speech. Find that again. And it actually works better because there's a little bit of a pause between when she corrects him and when he says her name, so... Or he mistakes her name and she corrects him. So that works fine. So, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to click through the dialogue, but you never know. Sometimes people are click happy. So I'd prefer it if it actually worked fine and it was better. The animations that played when they're supposed to play actually would play. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Why doesn't Harley cross her arms at the theater? Well, now she does, so it's fine. Alright, this is an easy one. Jake, Face, and Emote need to go back after bargaining for the elixir. So let's go to Dialogues, Outskirts, Olivia, and how about 2, and then we say Hand, Hips, and Smug, and then Player Add Inventory Elixir, and then we say here, well actually we'll just go after OK Deal. Well, OK Deal. So then Player Remote Normal. So we'll have, see, Jake's head face expression is neutral, and see JakeBot.emote normal from speech. So there's that. Alright. That was easy. And shoot the box should only appear in the room with the box. So let's do that. Let us go to room. First of all, let's go to Jake Outskirts. There's a lot of dialogue options. So let's go to room 28. And so let's go to then room leave. Leaves room. Alright, so let's say that's no, that's not affected by lab power. I guess if follower Jake is equal to true. Actually, it doesn't even really matter. Let's do D Jake Outskirts set option state. That's options. What's 9? 9. Not sure. Okay, so it's 10, 11, and 12 are off. 10. Option off. And 11 and 12. Okay. And then under room load, if Jake Outskirts has option been chosen 9, then D Jake Outskirts set option state 10 on, and then we just do the same thing for everything else. So we've got 10 and 11. Oops. Place 10, then option 11 gets turned on, and if option 11 has been turned on, then option 12 gets turned on. Hey, A Maple Mystery, yeehaw, hello. Happy Crimson Tuesday. I wasn't able to go to Crimson Tuesday yesterday because Edmundo was visiting, and so I was out. And also he was testing Rosewater during Crimson Tuesday. But I hope you had a good stream yesterday. Okay, so this should only appear in the room with the box. So let's try it. And also, oh wait, there's also Danny reacts to Jake's story about the guy being... Okay, so now that we're here, actually that's under a different dialogue, which is Outskirts Bio, which is how did you learn about Clark's money? So how'd you learn about Clark's money? No, excuse me. Woo! Sorry, everyone, for your ears there. Oh, the AGS dialogue stuff, I've never touched it. Hooray, so glad you could meet up with Edmundo. Me too. It was nice to see him again. I hadn't seen him since... Gosh, I hadn't seen him since PAX East. Thank you. Crimson Tuesday was good times. Everyone, go follow A Maple Mystery. Let's give a shout out. Cool. Go follow A Maple Mystery. Streams every Tuesday for Crimson Tuesday. Working on the Crimson Diamond, an AGS EGA text parser game, much like King's Quest 1, which I showed off today. You're welcome. My pleasure. Okay, so I want to have Danny react to Jake telling this story. So if he's in, it has to be if he's in the room, because it's possible to hear this story when he's not in the room. I guess if Danny's in the room, he can say something like, well, what are his emotions? I forget. What has he got? Let's see. Scripts. Where's scripts? Here it is. Scripts. Look at my emotions. So the facial expressions. I'm looking for body language. Okay, right, alright. So everyone who crosses their arms. Danny's got his hands on his hips. Danny does not think. Points his finger, and he shrugs. That's wrong. From speech. Speech. Not that it matters. Okay, so he can cross his arms. Or he can put his hands on his hips. If any that is a little custom Jersey in the room, then anybody emote head face expression suspicious. Room, then he neutral expression is, oh, no wait, no, hold on, neutral is face expression. I clearly haven't done this in a while. Normal from speech. So now if he's in the room, he has a little sort of private little reaction there. Alright. And also, add narration break to lab arrival. Okay, so this is an opportunity here for a nice little cinematic. Alright, so load here. If previous room is not equal to 32, previous room is equal from room 13, right? Alright, so let's do this. Let's say if previous room is 13, which is the recruitment scene, fader, transparency, opacity, transparency. Always remember the difference between the two. And G fader visible is equal to true. So we're gonna have a nice little fade. After fade in, if their previous room 13, say 20 fader dot transparency, say 2.0 second, 3.0 actually, a little slow fade in to 0. Lock. True. So then we wait another 40 seconds, and then we say see harleyhead.sayx. And so we went on a journey. This is placeholder narration. harleyhead.sayx. We had no idea what we were about to find. ... Okay, and wait. Walk in. Alright, so let's test this out. Also, once again, my mic is going to cut out, but I'm going to artificially fix it. Oh wait, why is it building the whole game? Seriously? Because I changed one letter in my script header, it's not going to rebuild the entire game. Oh, AGS. Why do you have to be like this? Why? Why? This is going to take forever. There's like 300 rooms. Well, there's not 300 rooms, but there's a lot of rooms. Also, I need to add a narration. Oh, now what? Nested function supported in room 28. What did I do? What? Oh, right. I forgot to... Outskirts has option. Try that again. I hate nested function errors. They annoy me so much. Missed bracket, yeah. It's always such a stupid mistake. So that's why I hate them. Because I'm like, I really should know better than. Alas, I do not. I get them quite a bit. Ew. Yeah. They are very ew indeed. Coding the thing that makes stuff do stuff. That's right, Getselius. Hello. Most IDEs highlight that sort of screw up in the editor rather than at build. Yeah, well, AGS is not like most IDEs. It's 20-something years old. Are you checking for errors? No, well, I mean, not actively. I'm just rebuilding the game because I changed... Well, the game is rebuilding itself because I changed one letter in a script header, and so now it needs to rebuild because that's what AGS does. Oh. F Jedi is streaming more Wayne's World tonight. check. There we go. Was that WoW because of Wayne's World or because of AGS rebuilding everything? Because both are valid reactions. As a Visual Studio user, I really appreciate that kind of thing. IDEs are one of the things Microsoft has always done well. Well, that's good. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was gonna test the opening scene. Quick speed run a little bit. You've played the demo, you've seen all of this, so this isn't really spoilery. I want to test the two things I just implemented, which were the narration break and also the reaction to Jake's. This real quick. Opening at the water post. I never got caught. Get it. Rat. Diary updated. We'll Control X and go to room 13 real quick. Blah blah blah. What'd you think of my show? Blue blue blue. Here's my interview. Bye. Now it's time to fight. Cutscene decides to load. It'd be a little while. There we go. Alright, so... yeah, if you played the demo, you know this. If you didn't, look away. Get puzzle solutions. Damn. Very good. Alright. Whap. Satisfying. Every time. Oh, okay. Alright. Now we have our little recruitment scene. Blah, blah, blah. Lots of talking. Set up for the lab at daybreak. Call me Jake. Alright. What happened? Oh, you know what happened? I know what happened. I set it to the wrong transparency. It needs to be 100 and not 0. Hilarious. It's transparency, not opacity. Such a simple mistake, and yet I make it every single time. Here we go. There, check. There. Yeah, I just realized I wanted to add a little fade out to the end of the conversation because it was a bit abrupt. Thank goodness for autosave. Let's hit him with the bottle this time, because I took the time to do 2 separate things. Also satisfying. It's more. I like how Danny's like, root, 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 root. Beckerman, I'm in. I can appreciate a good story, but I love a good payday even more. Now that's the kind of talk I like to hear. You won't regret this, Miss Leger. We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake. Fade out. Now. Ooh, oh, cinematic. We're at the laboratory. So we went on a journey. This is placeholder narration. We had no idea what we were about to find. Walk into the scene. Quite a sight, ain't it? I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here? That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger. Diary updated with the thing we just heard, and then an autosave, and then back to playing. So now let's test out his story, which... Stuff about you, how did you learn about the money, blah blah, and then Danny here is like, That's cool. Alright, so yeah, those are the 2 things I wanted to do, and they worked. And now we have... Oh wait, I also wanted to... do this before... let's do this. Room load. Same thing. G fader transparency 0. G fader visible true. Okay. So after fade in, before we load. Okay, so wait 40. Say Harleyhead.say X. So we got captured. What a mess. This is also placeholder narration. But it was about to get weirder. ... So let's see how this works. Alright. So let's check this. Going on patrol. Blah blah blah. Alright. Ah! Oh no, what happened now? Oh no, my head. Oh no, what's going on? Oh my god, oh no. Oh, sound effects. So now we should switch over to the next scene, which is Harley's narration. So we got captured. What a mess. This is also placeholder narration. But it was about to get weirder. fade into this, and the scene begins. Diary updated, autosaving. Alright, cool, perfect. Yeah, so I like having these little narration breaks. Do you use the phrase rootin' tootin'? No. No, I do not. I'm sorry to say. Okay, so give a description of items gotten in the raid post-raid scene. So let's see here. Let's go to close-ups and cutscenes and see what we've got. Canyon Vista. How did you fare? I'm sorry to we weren't able to get very much. Visible items is less than 2. Okay. We weren't able to get very much. We did at least manage. Alright, so we're not able to get very much. At the very least, you get ammunition, weapons. No, not recover. Obtain? Yeah, obtain. We're at least able to obtain a chest of firearms, right? Alright. So if you got all of them, right, it seems you're kind successful. So then sing and head, say custom. Ooh! Yeah, so basically we have a bunch of stuff here, so that's good. Anyways, how did you fare? So alright, so the same thing happens with this wagon debrief. Yes, wagon debrief. No, wait, no, we get the... Choose that one, then we only get the... These. I also was going to change the word guns to firearms in another scene. Hey Francisco, do you have any recent favorite point-and-click adventure game dev audio commentary? Recent? No, I haven't played any recently. What are you supposed to happen to him now? What do you suppose will happen to him now? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so I haven't really played any adventure games lately, and I certainly haven't played any with commentary. I can't remember the last one I did. I mean, obviously Lamplight City, but that wasn't playing it, it was just testing it. Firearms. Okay, so that's everything. For now. Until I find another set of horrible things to play through. So let's go back to, let's use the remaining few minutes to go back to this background that I started last week, which I haven't touched since last week. Excuse me. Attic. Go back to Farmhouse Attic and continue with this stuff here. So we were here. I had just begun doing. My sketch layer indicates that this is my dais, and I had just done this doorway. So I think the next thing I want to do is the window. So want to sure. You back up all your PC in case you lose stuff? Yes, I back up to Dropbox every day. Any day I make any significant progress, which I mean it's not all the time, but I usually I definitely like upload a build of the game to Dropbox, the source of the game, and every day. I'll upload if I finish a new background, I'll upload it as well, all the assets. So yeah, I'm slightly paranoid about losing stuff, so I'm very, very conscious to make sure that I back up everything. Did you learn the hard way? I have learned the hard way in the past, yes. I've never, knock on wood, I've never like completely lost a project. I've certainly lost progress on projects before, but I've never like completely just lost something from square one, or had to start over from square one because I lost something. But that fear has always been in my mind, so that's why I constantly upload or back up to Dropbox. Plus, I pay for the yearly subscription, so I don't have to worry about disk space or anything like that. So I'm happy to go ahead and upload to Dropbox all the time. Okay, so the window here. The window's a round window. That, go ahead and... I had to draw a circle in perspective. I love drawing circles in perspective. I've been listening to Ron Gilbert and his team talk about Monkey Island series. It's a blast from the past. Is that the commentary that they did for the special edition of? I definitely listened to that. But a while ago. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just... Alright. So what I'm gonna do, separate layer here. Say, alright, this is the shape. The church, this is the steeple, open the door, are the people. Not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That. I wanted to have that on that. So. Well, I guess it could stand to be a little bit thicker, but I certainly don't. Spruce it up a little bit. You're not even going to see this because it's going to... Actually, no, you are going to see this, so I'm not going to have a curtain on it or anything. I have to be conscious to make it good. What a hole we got here. Yes, hello Tom aka Satnav. It is a window. A nice big old window into... a porthole window into nothingness right now. Happy Wild West Wednesday. Hello, dual names. Happy Wild West Wednesday to you as well. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. You just missed all of the AGS coding stuff I did. I'm doing great. Good. Or, that's great. Minus the fact that I keep missing Crimson Tuesday 3 weeks now. Don't feel bad. I didn't go. I missed it yesterday too. All right. Ourselves a window here. Let me. Better. Light's coming in from. But I love Crimson Tuesdays. Why wouldn't you? There's lots to love about Crimson Tuesday. The Canadian music, the cozy feeling, the tea drinking, the murder. No, I'm kidding. Pixeling, yes, that's right, the pixeling. That sounds like Highlander. Highlander 3, the pixeling. The limited color palette. The text parser. Dang, I don't understand. Alright, I'll stop being a dick. Let's go over here and... well, I'll never stop being a dick, but let's go and find some window to color. Here we go. Oh, I want some nice background to be. Get rid of everything. Okay, here we go. So yes, I want this to be the color, and I want dark bit. This, come back. Got to anti. Radiant our way in. Above. I can talk seriously, really, I can. Why did I make this weird hole shape like this in the window? That's not how curtains work. I mean, it is, but it's not. Oh, thanks. We got a lot of great bucket work done last night. Oh, good. I brought web captioner back. It's fun to see how it interprets my mumbling. Unity just crashed. I blame Grundy naturally. Yeah, you can if you like. I don't personally care about Unity. I hear terrible things about it and I hate it. So, just on principle. So be it. Alright, let me go design in the middle. By which I mean here, which I have. Crimson Tuesday is an awkward time for us on this side of the pond, dual names. I was able to drop in briefly this week because of daylight savings differences. Right. I'm scared of Unity. Should be scared of Unity. I'm also scared of Unity. Sad. And sick. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away here. You know what I'm gonna do is instead of being smart about this, I'm stupid, and I'm going to make this size. Get down. Say, all right, you go right in the center, without knowing where the center actually is. But before I do that, actually, probably determine where the center is by Making a new layer. Our lines. Setting the lines to 7 pixels. But not really. Oh, more like. Okay, and now we move. Nice Trivial Pursuit I. Also. Bye to you. But first, before I shade it, flatten it, lower it down, flatten it. Now, perspective. So that means that needs to be skewed slightly so it matches with these lines. That's why we do lines on the perspective grid. So that they will match. Okay, and there we go. Now we have a nice window that's in perspective. And now I can sell the illusion even more by shading it correctly. And by shading it correctly, I mean I'm just gonna do the, I'm just gonna do the light on the back, so it looks like the light is coming from behind, which presumably it would be. So. So this needs to be up here as well. Right. Good lord. Sorry, I was lagging on chat. So let's see. Dual names redeemed. Show off a big box game. Show me the money. I appreciate you dropping by, Electric Dragon UK. The guy who did Kathy Rain switched over to Unity and called AGS a toy. Wow. Okay. Funny thing, people really despised Game Maker for years, but then Undertale and Stardew Valley were made, and now it's a good engine. Is that window designed by the Zodiac Killer? Maybe. Trivial Pursuit Pi only has 6 segments. TIE Fighter window. Yes. Alright, dual names. Do you want Sierra? Do you want LucasArts? Do you want other? Or do you have a specific game in mind that you want to know if it's in my collection? I want a good box. So LucasArts. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to think what LucasArts game I haven't shown off, recently, or at all. I think I've shown all of my LucasArts boxes. There's not that many to not that many to choose from, unfortunately. So yeah, hold on. Let me finish shading this, and then I'll go have a look. Shots fired indeed. All right, let's go. Let me go have a look. Yeah, I've shown every single one of my LucasArts boxes, but let's see. Let's go with this one. Excuse me. We'll go with this one because it's most similar to what I'm working on right now, I guess. And that is Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. This is a box that I used to have, and then I got rid of it, and I had to hunt it down on eBay again. So this is not my original box, but it is a box. So it's pretty good condition. So what's inside? Lots of stuff is inside. We've got the CD-ROM, which is the very bright compared to all of the other marketing materials. The blues and the orange, the teals and the oranges are very, very bright on this printing of the CD-ROM. We've got the man with the hat is back in his greatest adventure yet. And we've got the nice LucasArts shiny CD-ROM. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Look, you can see my window in the reflection. This is a box that I used to have, my memoirs. Yeah, well, see, I tracked down all my boxes, or most of them anyway. I'm ashamed to admit how much I paid for this box and for empty, by the way. This box came empty. For an empty box of this and an empty Day of the Tentacle box. So here's the LucasArts business reply mail, free from LucasArts. Send in this card and get a subscription to the adventure. Basically just about me. The game I just purchased is, my personal computer is a, please fill out the following for each personal computer you own. Video game machines in my house. Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Game Boy, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. That's it. See you, Electric Dragon UK. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time. So then we have the manual, which is full of a whole bunch of stuff, including the copy protection, which is not necessary for this game because it's a CD-ROM. Got all the little screenshots in black and white, and all that cool stuff. We got our credits in the back. No voice credits though, because this is the disc version manual. Interestingly enough. And then of course we have the hint book. Is big and full of. This is a very big hint book. I mean, it has to be, I guess, for all the different paths. But then it's also in blue. It's anti-photocopy blue, as always. So yeah, this is a great hint book, actually. It also lists the credits of the game in the hint book, funnily enough. I can think of, actually, this game and Sam & Max both came with the hint book. I think those are the only two LucasArts games that actually came with the hint book packaged in the box, which actually you can see right there, free hint book enclosed, a $12.95 retail value. So great. So yeah, that's Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. So thank you for that redemption, Dual Names. Okay. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Well, I'm glad you did. I have many, many boxes, so Plenty to show. No, it's fine. I like taking breaks. Okay. Back here, and let me... Halibut. Harold Halibut. That's coming out, isn't it? Fun, but I gotta go and prepare my meat sauce. Right on, cowboys. Thank you for stopping by, Rocky Johan. I'm gonna be ending the stream myself soon, because it's been about 2 hours now, and I'm getting hungry. I need to, you know, take care of myself and eat. So, yeah, as soon as I finish with this stream, which will be very soon. Now erase this because I don't... Get out of my sight, you horrid sketch. Alright, well, I'm not going to touch this background again until probably next week. So thank you all for coming to Wild West Wednesday. I appreciate your company and your comments and your redemptions and your everything else. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. And I'll catch you next time for Wild West Wednesday. And before we go, let's watch the Rosewater trailer, because why not?
Of adventure, I'm offering you a chance at all three. You just need to do me one small favor. You've something of a reputation, you know. Clever, resourceful, maybe a little dangerous. I do hope that's accurate. The path won't be straightforward. You'll encounter obstacles along the way, perhaps even some other dangerous people. You'll need some help, but I assure you the rewards far outweigh the risks. You will be richer than you ever thought possible, if you can deliver. I'll be in touch.